against embryonic stem cell research, which could save thousands of lives. John Kerry loves abortions. He wants all women to have the right to choose. But is that really enough? Only one of the candidates for president of the United States in 2004 will commit to this issue and actually devour newborns before they have the chance to become future felons and terrorists. That candidate is the Mangler! Created in a lab by his nemesis, Dr. Horatio, the Mangler has been endowed with the superhuman perceptive power to see into the future and discover whether a person will grow up to be good or evil. With this knowledge, he is able to kill babies before they grow up to be the next Osama bin Laden.
My good buddy Mangs is perfect to be president of this country. I've lived downstairs from him for about a year now. Sometimes he cleans the snow off of car on crisp winter morning.
The Mangler ate my son. At first I was filled with rage, but after looking at some crude crayon sketches my son left behind, I realized that he had been planning the violent overthrow of the American government all along. Thank you, Mangler.
My name is the Mangler, and I approve this message.
Okay, this is Dale Matthews, and I'm sitting here with the Mangler, and that was his political ad running now in 8 swing states. Mangler, the Washington Times called your psychic abilities unproven and dubious. It also points out you're too young to run for president. How do you respond to your critics?
The age restrictions on running for president have been largely exaggerated.
Largely exaggerated? It's written into the U.S.
The Washington Times is using its conservative agenda to twist my crime fighting into something that is totally not.
The Washington Times, my good friend, Terrence P.
Your
Jeffrey
good
of the
friend.
Times would disagree
This
with
country
you.
needs my
He's a
creative
smart
thinking
man.
and unmatched leadership skills if it wants to move forward into the 21st century without the threat of future criminals.
Creative thinking? You eat helpless newborns. A person may as well vote for Ralph Nader.
I need to eat those helpless newborns because A, it's the most effective and efficient way to get rid of them and make sure they never commit the crimes, and B, it helps fuel my psychic powers.
Yeah? Well, what you think are your psychic abilities are probably Crutchfield-Jacob disease.
Mad cow disease is the
now have
number
a
one.
man on our show who is a doctor of pediatrics from Wayne State University in the Mangler's hometown.
Hello, Dale Matthews.
My grandfather, what are you doing here? If you want to foil my bid for president in its early stages, you're too late. I'm headed for the Oval Office. I speak for the average Joe.
The only thing you speak for is the abomination and the desecration of the American way of life. You will leave the flag in a state of sexual degradation, and that's why you will receive my endorsement. Psych!
You must see the error of your grandson's ways. It's clear to all that he's no more than a genocidal lunatic, swinging free under the guise of terror and horror.
Excuse me, you vile son of a slut. I won't stand for these attacks on my bloodline.
Cocksucker! Who do you think will get the vote from the Farm Belt states?
Historically, the Bible Belt has had great influence on third-party candidates. All of the polls throughout these states are clearly...
Excuse me. I believe I'm the candidate here. What's the purpose of talking to my lunatic of a grandfather?
Garnish and potatoes, Mangler. If you can't see that my only reason for being here is your demise, then you are a true maniac.
Has anyone ever told you that there are some weird issues involved with your obviously complex relationship?
No.
Listen, we're out of time here.
A vote for John Kerry is a vote for Ralph Nader, and a vote for Ralph Nader is a vote for
mics.
George
Look,
W. Bush.
I want to be
And
your
we all
president.
know
Cut their
it.
mics.
You want to vote for me?
Cut their mics.
Yes, vote
Cut
for
their
Ralph
mics.
Nader.
Cut their mics. Cut their mics. Thank you. And so we come to the close of another show. Will the Mangler be the 44th president of the United States? Find out this November on The Mangler!
This is the Corporate News Network. Fair and balanced, you decide.